Hello friends. Well, I am so excited to bring you the behind the scenes of the night before the Hudson Antique Show. This is located in Canfield, Ohio at the fairgrounds, and I'll make sure that the address is on the screen for you as well. And here, look at this. Very first booth that jumps right out at us. Isn't that just gorgeous? Look at that very tall hog scraper candlestick. Beautiful. That peg rack. Oh my goodness. You know, these pieces are so early and yet they're such an austere beautiful warmth about it all. Just gorgeous. All in those rich, warm browns. Now this booth all has pretty much the same sort of colors, but you'll see as we go through how different the various collectors who've put together their booths, what they all gravitate to, whether that's the blues or the greens or the painted whites, making it all just so fun and individual. Pretty mustard color hanging cabinet. Those wonderful brooms, large hornbeam. My goodness. And again, another, wow. It's going to take me a little bit to get my bearings because it's just so stunning. Look at that gorgeous barn lantern. It is like an octagon shape. That early paint. And then the tiny little wooden bowls on that shelf, right down to these very large ones. I like that hanging cupboard. And that beautiful peg rack, and that early barn lantern. Goodness. Oh my goodness. So I know that there are people that are still setting up this evening, and my goal is to be home tonight and get these videos uploaded as quickly as I possibly can so that you will have kind of a behind the scenes hint of what kind of just amazing, beautiful pieces are here and available at this show. Look at those beautiful carved cutting board. Oh my. And that burl bowl. Wow, that's the largest one I think I have ever seen. Stunning. Look at all the smalls here in this case. There's a pair of wedding band hog scraper candlesticks. Gorgeous. Look at all those little beautiful decorated buckets. And a set of, looks like a set of all burl bowls. All right. Oh, come on over to this side. And I may be jumping a little bit, but just bear with me as some of the dealers are still getting ready. The last thing in the world I want to do is be in their way. Look at all of these incredible smalls. So special, the fact that they've all been saved and found and loved those beautiful butter presses. Oh my gosh, look at that huge cutter there with the running horse and the blue slide candle box and yellowware pieces. There are things here at this show that you just very rarely would see outside of perhaps a museum or a historical site. These are really special collected pieces that the dealers have gathered and brought to this amazing show. Ohio is just so blessed. There are a few other states that have some shows as well. We are very, very lucky. What a beautiful blue. Very pretty, like a robin's egg blue cupboard with the drawer. Like the little flag holder. Pretty pieces. And the little very special cookie cutters. Nice early chopper. And these are for quilt patterns. So if you notice when you pick up a quilt that's been hand quilted, they'll use those as a pattern. So when you're out and about and looking, and you're in maybe an old home or an estate sale, you know, sometimes people don't know. Somebody who's handling an estate sale, they may not know what those things are. And they may actually end up getting tucked into a toolbox or something because they think, well, it's little metal pieces and tin, and not realizing the significance of them. Triple Irish chain crib quilt. Wow, that's in perfect condition. And here more of those little quilting pattern pieces. It's a very unusual candle mold. You don't often see them in the whole wooden stand. That's very special. Several more of the burl bowls. Love these little redware jugs. So cute with a handle. They're sort of that ovoid shape. Some more of the hog scraper candlesticks. Some of the seaweed mugs, seaweed pattern. Look at that really deep wooden bowl. Some very pretty samplers and fractors. Very pretty. There's some pieces of stone fruit in this booth, and I know I saw another booth here as I was walking through that has a very large display of them, so we'll make sure we see that as well, so keep watching. What are some of the things that you always look for when you go to an antique show or a estate sale or auction? Are there certain things that are always on your list to find. Oh my gosh, I love those little tin lids. I wonder if those were jelly jars, perhaps at one time. I know I have several things. Of course, now the hog scraper candlesticks, the stone fruit. Those are pieces always on my list of much find. Meander antiques. Look at that tiger maple cutting board in the corner. Very pretty. And this beautiful sampler. Gorgeous painted peg rail. Just stunning. Beautiful early Ohio blanket chest that's decorated. And a piece of pottery from the Ohio Centennial. 1788 to 1888. You'll have to keep watching. I have a new video also that will be up, should be on Sunday, from Meander Hill, and I'm talking about the resurgence of this Americana style with the 1976 bicentennial. It's a while before we have another celebration like that. Hopefully we will have maybe another historic resurgence before then. 300 years is a long time to wait. These beautiful paintings with the child's horse rocker. The carding combs in the back. Just such unique. Here, some maple syrup molds. Another barn lantern, a very small. Cash register. Gorgeous. Look at these tin. Again, there's people are still setting up. This beautiful booth is they came all the way from New Hampshire. Look at that fish in the corner. Just beautiful. Beautiful pieces. Look at those early books. I'll peek around the corner here. Look at those lovely tin sconces on the wall with a mirror in the center. Pair of very nice candlesticks. Oh, look at all these things. Just so unique, so special. That very large lantern. I love the crisscross, hanging the pieces across the top there to hold the lanterns. We'll go on down. Let's see, where am I at? Okay. Everything is just so lovely, so beautifully displayed, so carefully curated and picked, chosen, packaged, packed up, and then brought here to this show. Look at that. It's amazing colors on that checkerboard with the mustard and the greens. Gorgeous. This is definitely a place I don't want to fall over something. Oh my gosh, look at that trunk. Amazing. That beautiful basket. This booth is here from New York. Again, you're going to see things people have brought from very long distances away. It's quite a labor of love. These dealers that carry these pieces from all over. These beautiful stone fruit pieces. And the paintings. These beautiful little child shoes and the looms. Look at that very fine detail in that rye basket. More stone fruit pieces. Another early lantern. Look at this. The bells here. I'm trying to see, maybe they don't have them out yet, the dealer's name, so I can kind of tell you who's who. I like that little chicken watercolor. That is very cute, very colorful, very charming. The eggs sign. Just love that these pieces were held onto by generations. I have a spoon that was my grandmother's from Germany, a wooden spoon, and she's a lefty. She was a lefty like I am. And so you'll notice when you stir, notice the next time you do it, when you stir a pot of soup or something, which direction you go. You'll know if the owner of that spoon, that old wooden spoon, was left-handed or right-handed, depending on where the wear is on the edge of the spoon. It's just something to tie you to them and the past. It's amazing to me that at one time people would have their hands tied to themselves because being left-handed was so inappropriate. Amazing. Things change. Look at these. So quaint. These little tin cookie cutters. Is that a little beaver, maybe? And these beautiful, this is an English sampler. And the game board table. And this gorgeous cupboard, the single door. Beautiful. Look at these burl bowls and how beautifully displayed on top of this incredibly figured, heavily figured wood. Beautiful bowls. Just stunning. What is that? Tree painted stand. Let's see. What is this? Paint decorated sewing box with wallpaper interior, drawer at the bottom, circa 1850. My goodness. All that. But, you know, they had to preserve what they had. You couldn't just go run to the store and get a new pair of pants or a new shirt, so mending was very important. Wow. Beautiful coverlet, several colors. The blue, the green, the red. And the quilts are just lovely. Oh, look at that blue on that trunk. Gorgeous color. Really, really pretty. Look at this large ash burl oval bowl. Beautiful. And the grain on that cupboard. The wallpaper boxes. Beautiful Crocs. And still getting ready. Gorgeous trunk. The size of that bowl. 26-inch chestnut wooden bowl, 19th century. Amazing. And these beautiful little, I can't think what those are called, the Christmas ornaments that are, the ornaments are spun cotton. It's a neat, very neat Christmas decorations. It'd be neat to do a whole tree in those. Beautiful baskets. Look at these early cookie cutters. You're fine. You're just fine. Take a load off. Look at this little tiger maple carrier. Beautiful wood. Love seeing this with the pegs in the corners. So you realize the people, they traveled. You know, they moved west often. And so pieces had to be able to be taken apart to get loaded in the wagons. And what a perfect example of a piece that's mobile. You can take the pegs out, take the piece apart, and load it right on. Look at that. It's an early apothecary. Wow, that is stunning. Again, like I said, you are seeing things here at this show that you just don't see every day. But even if the only thing that you spend to come to a show like this is the price of admission, you learn so much about the lines, about the colors, about the appropriate wear, what things are called, like the spun cotton antique ornaments, Christmas ornaments. Look at that basket. It was a trade sign for a Tennessee roadside basket maker. So yes, I hear people say, oh, I can't afford this or I can't afford that. Well, yeah, you know, neither can I. But what you learn at every show, in my humble opinion, is priceless. And I don't think there's another place that you can learn as much as you will at some of the finest shows across our country. The dealers are so happy to talk to you and share and tell you stories about the pieces or how maybe they came upon it. That Peasware container there without the lid. I keep looking for a lid for mine. I love the barber poles. And look at all the little lamps hanging on the back of that. More early lighting. And some of the sweet child's toys. The dolls. The little miniature. Maybe a miniature, maybe a cabinet maker Dad made for a child, or maybe it was a miniature trades sample so that they could travel with their wares and show people what they could make without having to bring a whole enormous cabinet. Pretty chair, pretty pieces. There's some feathered edge plates. Very pretty tollware. Look at that gorgeous blue dress. Oh, and look at all of the purses. Is this, I wonder, I'm getting a vibe. I wonder if this is Western Reserve Antiques. Is this Lisa's shop, perhaps? Yes, look at that. The Western Reserve Antique Shop. I haven't seen these pieces before, but sometimes, I don't know, maybe it's just being a little bit observant. You I get a feel for a dealer's style and the kind of things that they collect. And I think that's why some of us have certain dealers that we follow, because they also collect with the same sort of eye that we do. Look at those beautiful stone fruit pieces, and the nuts, always much more rare than the fruit pieces. We'll have to do a special video, just maybe a short video on the stone fruit pieces and some information for what to watch for. Look at that. Very large rug. And these large hog scraper. Looking to see if they're impressed with the name. Neat, that's a very large one. Another lovely booth. Oh, goodness. Look at that little couple of small pieces here. This beautiful little corner cupboard. And then this one. What's the story here? Diminutive cabinet, 8 interior drawers, and marquetry veneers, probably Europe. Oh, and that gorgeous silhouette. And I love those pegboards with the early white paint and the scoop. (1803), a German watercolor, born in June 1803, and his sign is the lion. Wow. Look Look at these amazing sunbeam bread screen doors. Can you just hear them smack behind you as you walk into the store? Remember that sound? As a kid, good memories. No air conditioning. And you hope for the breeze coming through the screen door. These wonderful round breadboards. Very nice. Very pretty. Pretty dry sink. I like this dark blue-green wall cabinet. Gorgeous. Just beautiful pieces. The best of the best. Head over here. Look at these amazing corn husk braids. They are just so warm. This dough box, a hornbeam. Pretty, pretty pieces. Look at that quilt, geometric and bright. See, just totally the opposite from that warm all browns in the very first booth we walked in, and yet this all fits in a show like this. Get the little tiny peasware container. When I see something like that, I always wonder, what was it made to hold? What was its intended use that someone went to that extent to make something so special, so beautiful? And look at the checkerboard with the numbers on it. Do you know what the reason for that would be? If you know, comment below. At the end, I will comment what I know the reason it is, but I want to know if you know. I would love to hear your thoughts on why that checkerboard has numbers on each of the squares. Oh, look at this early doorbell or shop's bell. Very cool. And the hook, peg hooks. All these lovely pantry jars. And Doc's Crocs is here as well. All these amazing, beautiful pieces. I think I maybe see some more stone fruit over there. I love these barber poles. There's another unique one. Love that. These gorgeous fracture pieces on the wall here. And the little, the little sheep, the little Putz sheep just kind of, he's napping. Love the set of steps here that's used as a display. Some beautiful, more beautiful Crocs. I see a mirror. I'm going to try to keep myself out of it. Still recovering from my eye surgery. I appreciate all the wonderful well wishes from those who have seen the video and seen my bruised face. It really doesn't hurt. It looks way worse than it feels. Where are you from?
I'm from Maine.
Oh my gosh. All the way from Maine. Oh my goodness, look at these fireplace andirons. Wow. The sunflowers are amazing. What an incredible collection of pieces. Oh, there's some sort of a little game there, the house that Jack built. I have a son named Jack, so I found a book a while back and picked that up. I'm looking for one for my Joe. Also, it would be fun to have a little collection of early books with their names. Look at this little tiny candle mold just for 2 little candles. Gosh. It always amazes me as many times, and I have moved several times in my lifetime, and I know that each time there's always, oh gosh, I don't know where that is. I wonder if it was in the bottom of a box and got lost. And so when I see some of these quite small pieces, I'm always so thrilled that they didn't end up in the bottom of a box and get missed over centuries. Look at this collection of the stone fruit. Several, I see a half piece there, and then here are the vegetables. Vegetables are always more rare. Look at the cantaloupe. Beautiful pieces.
You know Gary Cromie over here? He drove over from Ohio. And he brought like a dry sink, a really good table.
Look at this. Love that corner piece. And the little frog. Oh, there's several of the little frogs.
Just hang on somehow.
So cute.
So you always regret. But if you're in it for this, you have to sell. Unless you're willing.
Beautiful. Again, another hog scraper candlestick. And this one looks like it does have a mark. Yes. Do I gravitate to these? Absolutely. Somebody said I was fixated on them. Maybe. It's probably one of the newest things that I've been collecting. And it's so frustrating because they've been around longer than I've been alive. But somehow just didn't catch my vision, my radar, to be something to collect. I wish I'd been collecting them 30 years ago. It wasn't until I saw all of them on that hallway table at Ginny Curry's house that I first even saw them. This booth. One shaker collection. think this is the dealer who is across the hallway from me in Seville Antiques. If you're curious where Canfield is in relation to Seville or Seville Antiques, again, they're open Saturday and Sunday as well. It's about an hour drive.
What do you have on the redwood?
About an hour drive across. 76 would be the easiest.
What do you have?
The easiest way to get from there to here. I know Lisa's shop, she has an open house tonight. I wish I could be everywhere, but unfortunately I can't. Were you at Lisa's shop tonight for her open house? Look at those beautiful painted pieces. Oh, look at the cat. Folksy 20th century cat. Yes, she is. Look at those beautiful blue eyes. M&M, secretarial service, typing and mimeographing. And then these wonderful jockey hats. And the for sale, the early for sale sign with that wonderful font. Beautiful. Oh my goodness. Look at that woven mat. All right, there has to be a story about that. And that beautiful table with the 3 legs. So let's see, what does this say? Very early woven splint bed mat, small size. Wow. That is a stunning display. Love that slightly splayed leg child's chair. And this early herb drying rack with the black paint. So, you know, if you're out and about and you see something like that and it's, you know, would you know necessarily? I come to the shows to learn about what the things are and also what values are in this area and across the country, really. I very rarely ever say anything ever about pricing, because what a price of something is here in our area of Ohio can be unbelievably different across the rest of the country, both coasts, west and east. And I don't ever want somebody to say, hey, she said that price at that sale in Ohio was $40. Why are you charging $150? Well, there can be so many different reasons for that. So that's why the prices matter little in what I want to show you in these pieces. I hope that you come to these shows. I hope that Ohio becomes even more of a destination spot. Than it already has been. I hope that if you have started collecting antiques, that you have learned a few things here, maybe some things to look for. And don't ever be intimidated by the shows or by what you know and what you don't know, because dealers want more people to know about these things and to learn about these things and to be collectors. So don't ever be hesitant or intimidated to ask the questions. Look at the early carriage bells. They have such a nice sound. Again, the booth is closed, so we will respect that dealer. It says, no, wait till I'm back before you come back in. You see the one little hooked rug there? I'm going to focus in. Hopefully that'll work. There's hooked rugs where it's a loop, and then there are pieces like that where it's all loose and they're pushed in. Just a different style of hooking. Those are called proddy rugs when they have the loose on the outside. Look at all the children's blocks and the clay marbles. And even the helmet here on the horse. More woven rugs. Oh my goodness, look at this. Early stitchery piece. Love that. I will build myself a farm. Huh. Love it. You wonder where they from the city? And this show just sort of goes on and on. I'm wandering and I hope I'm hitting everybody. I may not be, but I'm doing my very best to try to be staying in the same area to be able to go in a row and not miss anything. Look at these tiny little presses. Look at this. These beautiful folk art pieces. This gorgeous corner cabinet. Oh my gosh. And look at the two cats. Are they sweet? I am partial to kitties. We have Miss Daisy May, who is a black and white, and Lindor, who is really a chocolate black. Lots of people wonder, was he named after the candy? But he's actually named for one of the Indians baseball players who's now no longer on the Indians team. But that's okay. This is, do you know what this is? I know I've commented on this before, so I'll give you a couple minutes to comment below. Do you know what that box is with the circle hole there? If you've paid attention and then you've listened to some of our earlier videos, I have commented what those are. Hurry up. Comment below. Oh, let's go this way. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Gorgeous tilt top. Beautiful. So the box, if you've commented, hopefully you've already signed in so that you're able to do that. You do want to, if you're able, to go ahead and subscribe to our channel and click that bell so that the next time there's a new video that's up, you get notification right away. The other thing that happens when you do that is that there's this little community page or community tab, and I'm able to send a message, hey, I'm going to be at such and such a show. It's this weekend. So if you aren't able to even watch the whole video, you do know when some of our local shows are happening. from that community page and the notices that come off of it. Oh, goodness. Very sweet. She maybe looks a little cranky. I'm trying to see what that is on the roof. Look at that. Beautiful checkerboard. Stunning quilts. Look at how tiny these pieces are. I'm not going to touch it, but I'm going to put my finger next to it. So they're about the size of my pointer fingernail. Tiny. And that beautiful mirror frame. All right, we'll head back over here. So the box is for hanging a pocket watch. So the pocket watch would hang right in there. And we've seen that in some of our other videos. Oh goodness. I didn't even notice this when I walked by before. Look at the shaker bonnets. Oh my goodness. Aren't they just amazing? Look at those. Gorgeous. This booth reminds me of one where I got my shaker bonnet they were at the Springfield extravaganza. I wonder if that might not be this dealer as well, because they also had several of the hooked rugs there. Could be. Oh, I think I'm a little discombobulated as to which direction to go.
Yeah, if you go on one.
Oh, I think I remember seeing that. Yes, so we want to go this way. Well, hang with me. Look at that redware jug. Oh, wow. And those Staffordshire dogs. And all these beautiful cabinets. C.A. Georgia Electric Company. Wow. It's just so striking. Look at the blue. The blue on those early ice skates. That's interesting. The winder hanging on the wall there. The chairs aren't closing the booth up. Is that a wedding band hog scraper, perhaps? Maybe. Look at those baskets. Oh, that's an apple peeler. I didn't realize it until I saw the pointy part on this side. Look at the little one. Well, that could be a boy too, though, because back then with a whip.
So she had already done something with my number on the computer, and she got mad when I said,
Look at that. And that beautiful small size trunk. And that really pretty teal blue green color. And that gorgeous frame with the cows. I know cows. I've looked at other things, animals, and sometimes misspoken and said a different animal. And here is another one of those wall boxes with the pocket watch actually hanging in it. Look at that. That's tin, isn't it? I didn't really realize what that was made of until I got to the angle where I saw a little bit of a reflection. All right, so the checkerboard that had the numbers on each of the blocks. Do you know what the reason for that would have been? So my understanding of that would be for people who were living some distance apart. Now talk about patience. They would make a move on the board, which number, and write a letter to someone far away, or it could be, I guess, just several miles, too far to travel in those days. It's not like you could just get in a car and go. And so the other person then would know what their checker move was, and then they would make a move and say what their move was and write it on a piece of paper or on a letter and send that to the next. And then it just went back and forth until someone won the game. Just an incredible amount of patience. Very different from the immediate gratification, I guess, that we all have come to expect. I know in my office, somebody can send me an email from across the room from their computer, and it's sometimes shocking that it takes 30 seconds. I don't have it yet. So can you imagine playing a game of checkers with someone that could be weeks between moves until you know where you can move? I just find that so interesting. Love it. Different times. Everything changes. I guess. Everything changes and some things stay the same. So, well, I believe I am getting to the end of the show. And even though you see things here in the show, it may be still quite different tomorrow. It always looks different when everyone's here. It always looks different. Dealers will bring the last minute things and fill the booth up with some more. So tell me in the description below or in the comments below, what would be your takeaway? What would be that one thing that you just could not leave behind here? Was there something in particular? Neat. Corner cupboard, 1930. Perhaps you have a house that was built in 1930, or a special family member that was born that year. Those are always the fun kind of things to add to your collection. I know our family, my husband and I, anything with the number 44 definitely catches our attention. Look at these shoes. My goodness. They're enormous. Wow. Got another beautiful booth. I love that step back cupboard where it's a canted back. Really pretty pieces. well, you will not be disappointed. So take care, everybody. Keep hunting those prims. They are out there. This is pretty clearly that they are out there. They're just waiting for you to find them and bring them home and love them. Look at those. Those are huge. Oh, those velvet pin cushions. I have a couple of the small ones. All right. We will see you in the next one. Take care, everybody.